It is super windy today, and what I really wanted to do was get that riser for the septic tank installed. The chickens are hiding over there in the weeds. They're not digging this wind too good. Hey, chick, 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 chick. Hey, chick, 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 chick. Come on, babies. I've never taken this off or anything like this off, as a matter of fact, so see some nuts on it. Thinking what I need to do is take those loose to pop that lid up. I do want to try and remove as much dirt as I can from around this opening. That way, if I get it off, there's less dirt and junk falling down in the septic. I think it's rained twice since we had that septic installed, and that lid's getting covered up from the mud already. There's no gutters up here on the chicken run, so all that water comes off down on the ground and pushes everything this way. So if I can get that riser installed, that'll put that lid about, at least I think it's 12-inch riser, so it'll be a few more rains before that lid gets covered up. Last thing I want to do is mess around and fall off in there. If you can imagine how this smells, it's really about 10 times worse. No, I'm just kidding. It actually don't smell that bad, but it's only been in use for a few weeks. Not really sure which way this goes. This side here is bigger diameter than this side. Nothing on there is giving me any indication. Well, it don't go that way. Way too big. Or I got the wrong one. I believe that's the way it goes. There's several screw bolt holes in here inside. I'm gonna run and get some of them, screw that down, and put that lid on. Let's be sure that lid fits on this side before I put any screws in it. Yeah, I think that's the way it goes. Let me go get a few screws to attach this with. I think we're about done. So I found myself an assortment of bolts. I'm gonna call them lag bolts for today. I don't think that's what they really are, but that's what I'm gonna call them. Two different styles of heads on there, but I think it'll do. So I got this little screwdriver here. I'm trying to stick it through this hole to be sure it lines up with that hole there on the bottom, but it's not going through. I think the hole in this top piece doesn't go all the way through anyway. I think that's the problem. So I'm going to grab one of them lag bolts and see what happens. I put the camera back up on the tripod. I was freehanding it, and I sure didn't want to drop it down in here and have to go swimming for it. Wrong size socket. One down, many to go. Whew. About let go of that one. Looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to go. I'll finish that up and then see if we can't get that lid put on. Well, I was talking to the gentleman who sold me this riser. I asked him if there was a gasket or some kind of sealant to put between the riser and the septic itself. He said no. So I want to be sure I get a bolt in every one of those. I don't want any rainwater or dirt, anything seeping in between the joint where they attach together. You ever get the feeling that when something turns out to be so easy, in the back of your mind you're kind of thinking you did something wrong? Well, that's kind of like the feeling I got right now, but it is plenty secure. Let's see if we can get that lid put on. This lid's only got 4 bolt holes. I'm gonna be sure and keep this lid on. Don't want one of the grandkids coming out here and going swimming. There we go. I think we're done. That almost seemed too simple, but I think it's on there right. Well, I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll catch you next time here on the It'll Do Homestead. Have a good evening, everybody. Chick, 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 chick.